Okay, I am going to try to recess this back in here a little bit. Past that scar, which I don't want that. I want the scar there, but I don't want it to be too prominent. So as soon as I get more value around it, and I've taken advantage of the contouring around here, getting a little more of that texture around it, then I can come across and tone down that scar. I can always pull something back out, but I don't want it to be too bright. And pulling something out, it would be because maybe one tiny little facet of that scar might have a little bit of a variation in it. And so there you have a chance to show depth, contour, and curve even within something that small. And I think it's worth it myself, because we don't want just to have a flat streak through there because I took my eraser through to create a scar. Okay, still want to. These are places later on we'll come back in with the 4B and just touch up. But I also want to be careful. Think curve and contour. This is a round eye, just like this. This is a round eye. And so you want to make sure that it is darker on one side than it is on the other side. And so to do that, you're going to have to vary your values. If I make the whites of the eye just as bright over here as they are on this side, well, then basically all I've done is pasted an iris in the middle of a white, placement for the eye. And this is one place where you can many times really enhance the curve by some of those little subtle things. So when it comes back this way, look at our apex is somewhat in here, and it is not just a line. I see maybe a little skin texture even on that. But when it comes over here towards the tear duct, it shades down a little bit. And then you can also pull out something because he has, maybe some blood vessels in his eyes, a little variation, as most of us do. And so we can, if we want to, just as long as it doesn't become a distraction in my mind, we can create something that's a little more realistic just by suggesting something, not to get too carried away with it. Let's see. I don't want these to become terribly dark cracks, and yet I'm going to strengthen them up so they start becoming something different than just the contour and shadow areas of the skin. As it is wrapping around here, I want this to all get a little darker, and then we have these individual facets in here that are going to have highlights but not as bright as over here on this side. So trying to come up with that little extra contrast. Then I'll come back in and I will try to pick out, again, brand new, fresh highlights, trying to make sure they're not all the same. This is interesting. I see a little bit different shape here. This has got a little bit of a peak to the form of the eyelid there. I think it's there, but not as much as I had it. And I want to recess this in, so I'm going to make this a little darker. Got to have depth here.